just throw an announcement in the League client chat. Alrighty. This is just going to be a more casual in-house fun game for the University of Maryland. We do have in-houses on Tuesdays. I'm casting with fellow officer Julia Dahrae Lee. How's
Hello.
it going?
I'm alright. How are you?
Doing pretty well so far. Excited to see what the playoff stages are going to bring for the club.
Are those next?
Yeah, the group stages just finished this week or last week, so I'm gonna talk to Paul, make sure we get all the group stage stuff ironed out, if he wants to just start them immediately or if we want to wait a week or what exactly his time schedule wants to be in that regard. Alright, yeah, let's take a look at these team compositions.
I forgot that you're a double lift sub too. So you can also spin the toucan. Yes.
Although, I can indeed spin the toucan. Don't think I'll be renewing the subscription.
That's sad. It's worth.
Just because it was worth when it happened, but
Oh, are you hurt?
I gotta...
Are you wounded?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta stick with CLG. And despite anything else, he's no longer with CLG, so... Did
Will
you make a post in the...
something to Wild Turtle?
Nah, if anyone, I'll probably go Zion.
That's fair.
Yeah, man. He was... I used to be a Dignitas fan, then everyone left that team, like Scara, Cutie Pie, Zion.
Oh, yeah.
And Zion is my favorite NA player, so... Then I migrated over to CLG. But, did you make a post in the Facebook group or nah?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's take a look at these team compositions, because I see some great Lutano cheese.
Yeah, I thought the Twisted Fate Jungle was a joke, and I thought he was going to change his summoners, and he didn't. He got that, what is it, Unicorns of Love original? From
Yeah.
IEM.
They originally used the TF jungle because there was the exploit where you could kite minions, or the jungle minions, outside of their auto attack range, so you would end up taking no damage. And they patched that so it doesn't work. But I haven't seen anyone try it with a new patience mechanic, so it's not really sure. I don't think it works anymore.
I'm sure he has something up his sleeve.
Yeah. Also, we have a Singed coming out. I don't know if the new patch notes went live, because I haven't played in a few days, but, wait, do you know if the new patch notes are up? With the masters
They
and stuff?
are up. I had to patch a little bit before getting on. It wasn't very long though. So
Okay. So, Singed is a pick that hasn't really been popular at Worlds, because you really want people that can... Well, that don't really get kited and get completely destroyed in stuff like lane swaps and 2v1s, but at least in solo queue or more casual in-house games, I know that the new masteries really benefit your health regeneration, both as base and there is a mastery that buffs Singed ult regeneration. So I think Singed is actually going to become much more powerful with the new patch, but I don't think that's live yet.
I like playing Singed personally. Whenever he's free, I'll pick Singed. And he's
Oh
just
my
so
God.
easy. All you gotta do is turn on your.
I just get so bored playing them. I'm just sitting here trying to poison these minions, and I guess I'll just wait for another 20 minutes.
Something about flipping them to their death is really satisfying to me.
Yeah. I also do like the Kennen support with the Ignite, because of course you'd go Ignite. Going balls to the wall, so blue team just is just like a barrel of fun right now. And Yeah, we haven't really talked about red team. I think they're a little more standard across the board, however.
Yeah, my champ select disappeared because my game is loading.
Yeah, so it's a little bit impossible to talk about them yet. But yeah.
I just noticed that that's a Tom Kench jungle.
Yeah, man, he is unbenched, roaming free in the jungles of Runeterra. Gonna be trying to get him some of that electric mouse. I don't really think a frog would eat anything else other than mouse type character that Kennen is. Although I guess it's a Yordle. But have you ever noticed that different Yordles are either furry or not? Where
the trend I've noticed is the female Yordles are not like squirrely, like they just kind of look like tiny blue people, and the male Yordles look like little squirrels.
Yeah, so Kennen being the male Yordle, he has an abundance of hair indeed. I know that Pikachu, I believe, uses his hairs to help spark electricity, so maybe that's what's going on. That suit's probably made of really conductive material as well. But yeah, anyways, there's Ahri, Morgana, Caitlyn, Tahm Kench, and Nautilus. They don't have the best primary engage because I mean, even though you have Nautilus, his ultimate does take a long time to actually come out. So it might be a little bit difficult if they're trying to force fights, and you have the likes of Singe there running away for their dear lives.
I also think that the blue team's pretty squishy. Like, even if they do engage, I feel like they'll get obliterated pretty fast.
Yeah. With everything except maybe the Singed. But yeah, that's absolutely right. If you get hit by a Charm or a Binding, you're kind of donezo there. Especially following up with the Tahm Kench Devour, and they don't have that much peel, so usually you'd see something like a Mikael's Crucible, but that's not an item that Ken wants to get because the Chalice of Harmony doesn't help at all. So that's going to be kind of interesting. Blue team definitely going to want to keep the pedal to the metal for this game.
I'm pretty excited to watch Aiguao even try to clear his jungle. I know clearing, like, getting blue and then going to red and actually finishing red without getting executed takes a master to do. I remember when I was practicing Tahm Kench jungle, he finally did it after like 4 or 5 tries.
Yeah, oh man, the young dog actually gets in, and he's trying to get away from that Dark Binding. He manages to escape. The Spell Shield actually blocked the Nautilus passive. So.
And he misses the bush with the ward.
Yeah, that's adding insult to injury, but at least it's on the good side. Better than throwing the ward right next to his turret.
I'm a repeat offender and missing the bushes with wards.
Dahrae, please.
I swear those bot bushes, they're bugged. You hit the bottom of them and they're not even inside.
Yeah, and somebody in chat did point out that they might want a double jungle, which I think would definitely be what Tahm Kench aims to do. But a really good read by Lutano and IR Wu, because they know Tahm Kench is going to have such a rough early clear. So they're just going in for this invade, and with all the action down the bottom side, there's no real threat of them getting caught out in this jungle.
I guess I won't even be able to get to watch him suffer as he tries to take the red.
What? You just have something against amphibians.
No, I know. I think it's hilarious when people get executed. I laugh at my own friends when they get executed, so it's funny when it happens to anyone except for you, you know?
Yeah, it's okay. I still have some traumatic memories of CLG going on tilt after playing against Tahm Kench. It's actually happened to every one of the American teams. Look at the damage Fashi and Young Dong have at level 1, though. On the bottom side.
Kennen lanes, for some reason, are even scarier than Morgana lanes. Morgana, I always want to stay 500 feet away from them, because that binding is... I'm too good at getting hit by that binding, but... Kennen is 3 strikes are out.
It's a very niche skill you got there. And... Twisted Fate and Singe going for an even greedier take of both the red buff and the Raptor camp, so... Knowing that Tahm Kench is going to be that much slower, Aiguao is just going to walk in and pretty much not be able to do anything.
saddest catfish.
Yeah, very sad. He doesn't even have the Devour, so he can't really gank any lanes either. He's just gonna be relegated to getting the Krugs. Saying, what the heck, man, it's custom. I really want to see some of these people explode in the bottom side, because everyone's getting hit by everything so far, except for Zach on Caitlyn. Or, I mean, on Sivir. Sorry. But yeah, they're going to be going in, and the Nautilus top lane was fairly popular, felt a little bit out of favor when champions like Darius and Fiora were able to outduel him, but actually, Twisted Fate goes into the, Twisted Fate goes in the middle. They get first blood onto Ahri, so fairly clean gank. I didn't really see exactly how that one was set up.
I feel like TF's yellow card is just so reliable. If you can land it. If you're actually a TF player, that it makes Twisted Fate jungle work, and that's the most probably obnoxious thing in the entire world. All he has to do is pop out of the bush and hit you from, what is his range? Pretty far away.
Yeah, he has the longest range damaging spell in the game, non-ultimate. Throw back to the world event. Nobody could answer that question.
Well, apparently that one guy got it.
Eventually, after many cycles. People. Fashi getting hit again. This bottom lane is trading back and forth so much, but both of the other two lanes have actually gotten kills in them. Tahm Kench Nautilus, actually a really scary lane to get ganked in, as somebody with 0 skips like Singed, because if you get locked down for 3 hits, I mean, you're pretty much dead. He did have a pretty nice toss. Singed did, that is, where he was able to throw Tahm Kench behind him. Oh no, Lutano, get out of there! Tahm Kench asserts his dominance, gonna swagger on back to his wolves. Forces TF to meander back into his bot side. Yeah, that early pressure that Young Dong was able to have against the enemy bot side in terms of harass allows him to get a lot of damage onto the turret and actually a 20 CS gold lead. He's at 1100 gold right now, so gonna want to wait around for a few more waves before getting the BF.
If there's one thing when I ADC that I absolutely hate, if I'm forced to back before I have enough gold to get a BF sword, I'll tilt for the rest of the game. I refuse to get that. I think it's ugly, that pickaxe buy.
What? The
First
pickaxe?
back.
The pickaxe buys so value.
I always think I'm screwed if I back with a
What about the avarice? The legend?
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh!
City. Oh man, what a nicely timed heal.
Wow. And then Aigawa comes back. You can Purdue proxy Singe, but it doesn't work if you don't have adequate warding, and that's pretty much exactly how you want to deal with that. Get strong CC to lock him down and gank him. Lutano trying to help out on the bottom side, but Rita actually holds him down, and that means that Kenan's gonna get 1 kill. They do, Sivir does manage to stay alive in that trade.
You got some Ming Lees in the chat.
Oh yeah. I am casting with the Lee herself, so...
That's fair,
please,
actually.
Please let me know in chat if you like the Lee. Lutano! Oh man,
Oh, no.
another gank from Aigu, wow.
A disrespect, eat, kill.
Getting double kill onto Morgana now. That pretty much swings gold back over into their favor. And here comes Singe. Now that Tahm Kench is on the bottom side, Nautilus can't really do anything in the lane, and he's just laughing his way around with the poison trail. Arwoo. This is so frustrating as a Nautilus player. You really want to be able to either have a good wave clear or dueling power lane against a Singed, so that you can punish him for dirty farming behind your turret, but Nautilus doesn't really have either, much of either. It is nice that if you level your Riptide, you're able to wave clear much easier, but it's going to be a little difficult. They did punish it twice already early on, so hopefully Nautilus can survive a little while longer.
Yeah, with Singe pushing up, if I was jungling for red team, I would just be sitting there the entire game. Especially when hard CC like Nautilus. Like right now would be a perfect opportunity for Aiguao to come up.
Yeah, and especially since Nautilus doesn't have that flask start. Now that he's out of mana. Oh man, Young Dong actually gets caught by binding first. TSM flares coming out from Fashi. I guess just representing that getting hit by a shot or something. But a lot of action actually going on now. Lutano catching RA mid-transit, and oh man, he gets instantly popped. Yeah, that is one issue with going for a Ranger Spellblazer. Sorry, not Devour. Twisted Fate is that you don't really have the ability power to duel, and your ultimate doesn't help you at level 6 fights because obviously no combat stats from there.
I feel like every time I pan to the bot side of the map, I see Zach sitting at like almost no health.
Here actually comes Tom Kench though. He walks over. I think I would have rather seen Tom Kench use his ultimate somewhat similar to a Nocturne's, where you can kind of sit behind the enemy lane or like at the turret and then use your ultimate to flank them without them being able to get away safely. But actually Fashi gonna go up here. I don't know if he can actually get away.
Oh,
he's just gonna walk through the river where if Ari roams down here, this is gonna be 100% lethal, but they don't even need her. Pick up the kill. Ooh, nice spell shield.
Trying to set up a potential dive right here.
I do want to point out that Tom Kench scales so well with all the jungle items. I don't know if he needed that flash, but licking with style. Jeez. That's brutal. Speaking of brutal, here's Sin. She's gonna try to bully around Nautilus a little bit, although Nautilus did just buy his Catalyst and Blasting Monk for his Route of Ages, so he's gonna have a little bit better trading power for the moment. And Twisted Fate. Lutano roaming up. He does get
with his dog. And oh, that flash is gonna probably save him.
Yeah, it will. Lutano actually misses the wild cards, which should be a guaranteed hit, but they're actually going to be turret diving here. Singe is so tanky already. His passive converting that mana into health. And Tom Ken's going to see what he can do, but 2v1, that's pretty dangerous. Looks like they're sticking around for quite a while. I think they want to just get out of here now. Maybe try to get one last minion wave. But Fashi actually roams to the mid lane. There he might be able to pick up a kill on the Vol. There goes one. Who's going to go down the top side though? Looks like Lutano is the first sacrifice. And Singe pops his ghost to try to get away. He has his ultimate on as well.
Oh, baby. Really? That was a great flip. It went straight over the little log.
Oh, no, yeah. So putting that
but it will not save him enough. Oh, so close.
Oh, but here comes the Pikachu himself. Gets a shutdown. Gold 3 and 2. This support is carrying so far.
Doesn't seem like a support cannon to me.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a crosswing. He's actually going to be 1v1ing the top laner now. He's only behind by 1 level, but he also has a lot of minions against him, and although Baseball Freak does miss the dredge line, the minions are doing so much damage to Fashi right now. Are they going to be able to get him? Yes! Unfortunately, he stepped a little bit forward in that exchange and tried to flash out to fix his mistake, but it was too late. Ooh!
They're going in bot lane.
Kind of going all in. Young Dong actually spell shields deep dark binding now. And look at the attack speed out from Lutano. Going for that Devour with the Berserker Suit. Means he has so much attack speed already. I half expected Lutano to be starting for the Runeblade here, and I mentioned on how Tom Kench scales so well with the jungle items because both the Devour and the Cinderhole can increase his damage by a lot in terms of how his HP scales with his passive. But the Twisted Fate attack speed build has been something that I've seen in the past, just because you get your stacked deck across that much more frequently. Now that he's just going to be doing the dragon, ignoring the fact that Aigua's trying to eat his teammate, and Rita GG's by herself. He gets hit by mine,
Oh,
though.
but
I
this
think
is
he's
the
gonna
end.
go down. Yeah. Trading a kill over for a dragon. They do lose a midnight though. And Tom Kent saying, wait, there is a dragon. Sorry, buddy, you were busy swimming in the river. So I guess he didn't notice that, but... how do you feel these teams are shaping up? Because they're both pretty even so far.
I think, I'm more if it goes to late game, I personally think red team will win. They just have a more reliable engage. If Lutano jumps in and tries to serve his ult as an engage, he's just gonna get obliterated immediately by the Caitlyn, the Ahri, anyone really. They have a lot of stuff to lock him down. And then on top of that, Caitlyn's late game with all the her far range crits. That's not something I ever want to deal with.
Yeah, I think I agree, especially because you really only have the targeted lockdown from Lutano, but Rita can just throw on a black shield. The reflexes are on par, and here they come! No black shield for this one. That's gonna be an easy kill. That being said, you do have the Twisted Fate ultimate, and although you can answer with the Tom Kench ultimate, Twisted Fate does give you a little bit. Is a little easier to engage off of. And now, actually, Young Dong sticks on too far. Well, I'm gonna pick up a kill. This game is really bloody.
Yeah, 20 kills at 14 minutes. Does make it for an entertaining game, though.
Indeed. Wow. Picking up his own blue buff, saying, come on, Ahri. You don't need any mana regen. She even has the Abyssal Scepter, so... Code Vu going to be looking to see if he can get something off. Not really, just poking around. He actually gets spotted out by that red ward, and since blue team did lose their mid turret, that does give red team a little bit more freedom in this area. But Fashi so slow from the smite tongue. But yeah, I think it'll be really important to see if Lutano can continue to stack this. He's already at 20 stacks of the Devour, and if you can get that before the 20 May mark, you're pretty much good to go. So he may be able to start snowballing the mid game. But speaking of snowballing the mid game, INHOUSE goes in for another call on the Young Don. Zach is just walking back into lane and dying. Not exactly what he was planning.
A little taunt at the end, I think, was very on top. He accepted it.
Yeah, and now Ken's gonna be on the bot side to try to clear that, but he doesn't have any wave clear, which means Lutano is free to attack Bazabal free at the top side. And Balm is actually here. A flash comes out from them, but here's the block. It's a 3v2 now, and Balm not in the place.
Oh, there goes the flip. And there goes the Ahri.
Yeah, actually, Kennen was able to stave off the offensive from red side because I think Tom Kench wanted to run back up and get more of his jungle. They could have kept sieging though. Kennen's by himself against 3 people isn't very scary. They might have been a little bit worried about the rest of the team continuing to take that top lane, but I think they're fairly free to go for that inner turret. And the next dragon is going to be really important because if Lutano is able to get the next dragon in 2 minutes, actually he might have his Devour stacked in 2 minutes anyways, because all he needs is his bottom jungle and the Skull Crab. So I guess he'll have it stacked anyways. So looking really good on that early game TF.
From what I've seen, the Tom Kench has been denying him the scuttle for most of the game. He tried to get that one, and then the Ahri came up and killed him in the river. And from then on out, there's been a red ring around most of the scuttle crabs I've seen, so.
Yeah, nice job noticing that. It's fairly important because he could have gotten it much sooner. INHOUSE goes in by himself. He's Tom Kench. He does not care at all. Young Dog gonna be able to block that with his ultimate, or with his spell shield, and using the ultimate to get out of there. I think they just want to scare off blue side's bot lane so they can maybe get the dragon, but Tom Kench is so low now. Oh, here comes Twisted Fate though. Pops the Spirit Rush out of Ahri, so Both teams just trying to shove out these lanes and rotate them into vision control. Or more picks. Ahri doesn't have her ultimate. This is getting pretty scary. I don't know if she wants to be here. Spell Shield is going to prove to be vital, but Lutano trying to put in as much damage as he can. Here comes a flank from Nautilus. Singe trying to throw him out of there, but Lutano is going to go down to the Ignite, I believe. Yes! So that's already one kill for the red side. A great job by Nautilus. And blue team not really having proper vision coverage to make that aggressive of a play with the enemy team so close. And here we go with the cannon trying to stop the entire wave by himself. Here comes Sivir. Actually, LeBlanc flashes in, but he does not pick up the kill. Young Tong goes down again. He's saying, come on team, I need some sort of front line to help keep them off me, but Singe's in the top lane. He's just laughing at the mirror. Oh man, Fashi going through. Picks up a kill of his own. Valm and Caitlyn try to chase him down. He is so speedy though. I don't know if they'll be able to catch him, but here comes a good flank by Beza Ball Freak. So that's another kill. Singe gonna get some damage on the turret, but this roam up top should be able to put a stop to that. I also want to point out that LeBlanc is going full offense for this game. A lot of times you might see a LeBlanc start with a Athene's Unholy Grail or maybe even an Abyssal Scepter if they're feeling threatened by the magic damage, but she's going full damage so far. And even she wasn't really able to pick up that kill in the last fight, but she's almost got her Luden's Echo, and she actually goes for the CDR boots instead of Sorcerers.
She was fairly strong throughout lane. Ahri was down around 20 CS the whole time, and she had kills over her. I think at one point Ahri was 2-2, and when LeBlanc was 1-0, but the CS gap was just too much of an intimidation factor, I think.
Yeah, just trying to snowball that lane, and she's 3-0, so I guess it has fairly worked out. Although, that being said, Ahri is 4-3 with the addition of Kennon's a little bit over-aggression there. Getting a little too cocky there. Oh no, Young Dong! He's going down again! I feel so bad for him this game. Doesn't really have anyone on his team that can help him out, but look at that! Nautilus just walks up and bonks Lutano. Gets a solo kill in that lane, even though Twisted Fate already has the finished Devour. Oh man, red team is all so low. After that, and here comes Fashi. He actually wants to make things right. He still has his ultimate. If the red team stays around to try to help out Aigu, wow, this might not be the... This might be kind of dangerous, but oh man!
Oh, that tongue.
I have never before seen a tongue doing that sort of damage. Ball Freak able to get that top lane turret, giving them a little bit of an edge in the gold. You can see they are up 1,700 gold so far. And now Lutano comes in. He wants Rita's blood. He doesn't even throw out the wild cards because all he needs to do is auto attack. Here comes IR Wu. He has the ghost. Is he gonna chase Valm? We need a charm to come out to be able to stop him, but yeah, it looks like she can walk away. And Aigu out. Meanwhile, might get caught out. No, uses the Grey Health to try to heal up, and this is getting so chaotic. Lutano does manage to get off the gold card, but Young Dog gets charmed again. That spell shield's not really blocking anything of importance. And red side is all so low, but they're managing to stay alive just barely. Well, this game looked crazy from the champion select. I think crazy is what we're getting.
Okay, that last fight had so many flashes, so many burned ults, so many things going on at once.
Yeah, now Fashi's trying to 1v1 Basketball Freak. Sorry, buddy, but if Twisted Fate can't do it, you surely can't do it either. He's gonna get one person. Is he gonna be going for a second kill? Looks like Frog is on the menu tonight, boys, because they do take that one and leave his brother in arms up alive. Gromp just looking around, a single tear. falls down his lonely face.
Fully stacked.
Feels bad, man. And Luciano coming in again. He gets hit by the Dark Binding, so he's going to go down. But that allows the rest of his team to get out of there safe and sound. 2 dragons up, but they're down about 1,000 gold.
That's crazy that they're actually only down by 1,000 gold when the red side has double their kills.
Yeah, that's really a testament to their CSing so far. You can see Lutano's up 20 CS, Singe is up 40 CS, and Silver's a little bit with a small lead again for LeBlanc. But yeah, it's been pretty much non-stop go so far, and Blue Team has been picking up the minion waves a little bit more frequently, or more consistently, I should say. Look at the disrespect from Nautilus. He's going straight for more magic resist. He doesn't have a single armor item. He is not scared of the Young Dong, and honestly, he doesn't really need to be at 0-6. Zach is feeling the pain in this game. What's this? Dahrae actually trying to bluff that nothing's going on fishy, but INHOUSE spots it out, and he's going to be in the middle of all 4 of these team members. They're going to focus him down. The rest of the team is trying to come up. Sivert isn't even here, though. Aaron is getting them really low, though, so I don't think they want to stick around. Lutano gets hit by a lot of this CC. Meanwhile, Fashi gets down Sivert, and LeBlanc trying to finish off all these members. The last wild card does pick up the kill onto Morgana, and now Bomb's going to try to pick up the kill onto Cannon. This is getting so crazy, so much at 2 for 3 in favor of the red side. INHOUSE with so much HP coming out from that gray health. He actually has to pop that shield out of here from that boomerang, but oh man! LeBlanc dashes straight into Nautilus. That's going to be the ace. Double kill for Ari. Holy moly, Ming Lee. That fight was crazy.
But hey, at least red team didn't get Baron.
Yeah, pretty much. They did stop the Baron. They are now down about the same as they were before, actually. So, not the hugest of losses. I think that fight did go more in favor for red side, simply because they have so much more skirmishing. And that fight really devolved into very small 1v1s around the map. You saw Ari fighting Kennen, and the Kennen ultimate's obviously much better in a team fight situation than 1v1ing somebody. And then the Tahm Kench being able to single targets out with the Devour. And he did get the Sivert ultimate really on everyone in the team. So, and on top of that, even though they have Singe, which is great at these small duels, because he went in so early and was focused down from the beginning of the fight, it was a 4v5 to start off. Singe, however, is on the bottom side, and he does have teleport. Fashi getting cut out again! Oh no! That is one Dark Binding. He will not live from it. Young Dog! He's so sad. Tries to pop on the hunt to get out of there. Lutano saying, alright man, 1v1 me this time. I swear I can beat you. Get out of here, mate. Meanwhile, Code Goo does follow them in the middle lane too. So I guess he's trying to pick somebody off, but not quite able to do that. They're just going to be pushing down this inhibitor. All of a sudden, everyone on the blue side has died. Uh-oh. This is not looking good for the our Unicorn brothers.
Looks like Nautilus is regretting his magic resist choices a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much. He did die from that. Because the turn 2 armor, or 2 physical damage, getting armor does help you with the dive, but Tahm Kench comes out with that flank, able to eat another person. And Fashi, again, really aggressive. He started this game pretty far ahead with 3 kills, but he's been playing so far forward, he doesn't even have a Zanya, so he can't really afford to be making plays like this. Oh, man! LeBlanc picking up 1 kill. And Lutano just gonna try to 1v1 basketball freak again. Zach does still shield that binding, so he's gonna be able to get out of there and stays just out of range from the lick. I think Igawao actually threw that backwards. This is not the best super game I've seen, but oh man, Lutana actually goes onto No Lag and instantly bursts her down. Nice job of using that cooldown time on Tahm Kench's Devour. Right now, it's actually, it might have been up, but he did use it on the minions earlier. So either way, Lutana gonna be able to get that kill, in spite, or Tahm Kench didn't really try to help peel for his own 80 carry. So yeah, Caitlyn, No Lag saying in chat, Tom said nah. Singe gonna be getting this bottom lane turret, but the rest of the team is coming. He's forced to pop fling on that Banshee's Veil, and with the Nautilus ultimate coming out, I think he's gonna go down.
Second you get with one instance of CC on from the red team, you're just locked down for until you die.
Yeah, and that really favors red side in a chaotic game like this, because against a really strong pick kind of team, really want to get adequate ward coverage up, but both teams have been a little bit lackadaisical in that regard. And now they're just going to be rushing down the dragon. This will be their first dragon of the game. We'll see what blue side has planned. Ooh! Oh! Fashi, you get points for trying.
Yeah, I'll give him, I'll give him points for that. It did seem like they weren't going to get it because they stopped attacking it.
Yeah, and they do have Lutana on the split push threat, but he is so far forward here, he's just going to have to use his ultimate to get out. He doesn't even know if the rest of the team is coming, though. Oh, great dark binding from Rita comes over the wall. That's going to mean that he's not going to get out at in any sort of situation.
And then Rita with the champion mastery disrespect.
Dang. Indeed. She does have that victorious Morgana, so definitely showing her strike off that. Did I redeem myself? I would definitely say so. Meanwhile, they're gonna try for another cheeky little steal, but No Lag is waiting on the outside this time. Ooh, almost gets the deal, but not quite. Now Bob is just gonna be singling out the young dog. LeBlanc can't do anything, and she actually misses the ethereal chains, and Bob, she had, oh man, a lot of bursts coming through. They did have the help from No Lag, but that was a pretty interesting dance between the LeBlanc and RA cooldowns.
Yeah, both flashes were used that fight as they just kind of flashed around each other into almost each other's position, it seemed like.
Yeah, Singe is still on the bottom side, but blue team really doesn't have enough wave clear for this. So I don't think they'll really be able to defend these turrets right now. And you can see Igawao is still bullying Fashi out of there. He eats Fashi yet again. How many times has he tasted that delicious mouse meat? Lutano gets the ultimate on him, but he's gonna be able to try to get out of there. Young Dog does buy the home guards. He's only at 2 items though. I don't think he can really pierce through the amount of tanky stats that red team has right now. And he even gets hit by a binding again. Rita has been singling him out this whole game. The girlfriend rivalry is real in this. Lutano doing what he can, but all he is a magician in an environment full of dangerous frogs and snipers. So he is going down. That's the ace. No Lag throwing out the level 5 mastery. Fashi isn't going to be able to survive at the turret. Oh man, he finally does have his on. He's going to be able to use that to heal a little bit. But it doesn't actually heal while you're on the fountain. Fun fact. Oh man, he had the timing down perfectly. The inhibitor comes back up. Do you think they can make a comeback, Julia?
I think this game's over.
What, you don't believe in the Zac able to kite around every single ability? Because he's doing it so far.
I think Zac's little attacks on them right now is the goldfish's last mark for blue team.
Oh, wow, little attacks. I mean, I guess he is kind of comparable to the Baron minions on the other side, but
the
he does
other
get
team
a
is
shutdown.
all recalled instead of ending the game.
Hey man, that was a really dangerous cannon there, so that was about to come back up. They have a little bit of breathing room. Is this gonna be their comeback story? Even though Singe is 1-8, even though Silver is 1-10.
Well, when you say it like that, it really makes me solidify my answer, I think.
Oh, wow. They were able to stop the Death Baron push, and you don't think they can make a comeback after that. I mean, they are down 5,000 gold, but... Ooh, I go out looking for Lutano. Luckily enough for the card player, he does have a Banshee, so even if he gets hit with a tongue, he's not really going to get a stack on him. And the Blade of the Room King is actually enough. Oh no! Young Dog saying, oh man, I regret this decision entirely, but good guy Lutano able to block that out, and LeBlanc gets a little greedy there. Rita throwing off her mastery on that champion. There goes LeBlanc for another death. She's going to be going for a Sonya again, but I think she needs an Abyssal Scepter because Lutano hasn't really been there in time to give her that MR that she needs. Meanwhile, Rita GG getting chased down a little bit by Fashi. She's going to maybe try to go for a kill on the cannon. Nice Zanya's keeps her alive. Evolve, meanwhile, escapes the Singe. Well, you said you didn't believe in the Team Unicorns, but I have faith in the Unicorns, Julia. They're bringing out the Twisted Fate jungle. They have that Infinity Edge. Banshee's Power Spike.
Is that a power spike?
I think this is a really interesting build from Lutano on the Infinity Edge. I think it would be perfect if their support was able to get a Herald, or if their jungler or somebody was able to. Well, meanwhile, he's going back for another 1v1 against Nautilus. He lost it earlier, but was able to bring it back. Is Nautilus simply too tanky, though? He has a Thornmail. Lutano not able to kill him. He's like, no, I regret this decision entirely. He's going to get out of there. You really don't want Infinity Edge against somebody like that. You'd probably rather a Last Whisper, or even a, some more lifesteal. But if you get the Zeke's Herald, it does double your ability power, which obviously helps Twisted Fate. If he has ability power, runes, or mastery, which okay, he doesn't. But if he were to go for some ability power, that would help out, and it would give him the amount of critical strike damage that would make the Infinity Edge relevant. But so far, it's really not helping at all. Speaking of not helping at all, Young Dog saying, "Let me be free. All I want to do is escape." And Aigual meanwhile eats the Singe, and Fashi gonna be going in onto Nolak. Doesn't have quite enough ability power to completely burst him down. Here comes Volm trying to go and pick up the kill, but he might get punished by the LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets licked up though. Aigual has so much health. He's actually going for a Titanic Hydra. That is gonna be terrifying.
Yeah, his passive shield is making him impossible to kill. Or his passive life regen / shield.
That's
either way, it
great
seems
health.
like unless they can burst him down somehow from like 100 to 0, I don't think they're gonna be able to take him down. So I don't think, my prediction, he's not gonna die until from now until the end of the game.
Oh, a good reaction from Lutano, able to dodge the flash charm from Ari, and now he has the red card. Is he gonna kill Nolak?
Oh.
The 1v3, he gets 2. Come on, man, go for the third one. I believe in you. I guess he's afraid of the Tom Kench, but 2 kills, 2v1 is, or 3v1 coming out 2 kills ahead is still pretty good. Wow. He is so confident right now. He has no backup from the rest of his team, but
yeah,
he's just licking. Holy moly! That Kench is unbenched. The catfish is relinquished. Uninhibit the ribbit. Because he's doing whatever he pleases right now. He's even going for more tanky stats. He's just going to be pretty much unkillable. Fashi getting super deep. I don't know what he's trying to do over here. I guess he just wants to get a kill if he can. He has some backup with the rest of his team, but they don't really see all of red side coming over. Bashi pops his Zanyas, unfortunately doesn't really do that much damage, and now he does get a stun onto Greta, but he goes down to the Kench. Nautilus is a huge front line that they can't really get around anymore, especially with that Black Shield. Lutano is kind of useless against that, and he's going to see if he can do anything, but no, he is not tanky enough. Going for a little more lifesteal now, but doesn't have that quite yet. Singed continuing to just proxy farm. That's all he's been doing this whole game, essentially.
He looped around Ahri in that fight, and the second he saw all his mates go down, he just walked straight past Wolves and ollied out of there.
True Singed fashion, just running around the map. But now, actually, they're trying to get an inhibitor out of this. The rest of red side is going to be getting the mid lane, but Singed actually does back out, sees that Nautilus and Morgana are MIA on the map. Their Nexus is open. Oh man, Young Dog going in. He doesn't want to be the first one in there though, so he's going to get popped instantly. That means that now they can focus on LeBlanc. Meanwhile, wow, just 1v1ing anyone this game. Pretty confident to do that. Bashi, the eternal struggle of mouse versus fish. In this instance though, Catfish comes out on top. That's gonna be the win. 51 kills in 39 minutes. Goes to the red side.
72 total of 72 kills in almost 40 minutes. That's probably one of the bloodiest games I've ever seen in my life.
That is really scary. Oh man. What I was kind of referencing blue team as Team Unicorns, but we never really picked a name for the red side. Do you want to do the honors?
I feel like the best name for the red side would be something to honor the Tom Kench plays that game.
I mean, his balls were huge. He was just going in, not caring at all.
Yeah, he was wandering all over the place. He was in the enemy jungle towards the end. In the beginning, I thought it was a downhill slope, especially since the Twisted Fate was taking all his camps. But
yeah, he's really able to make a lot of the ganks work. Even though he didn't use his ultimate that often for the ganks, but he didn't really need to, honestly. And unfortunately for the young dog, his dog was chopped in half, 2-11. That's not the best game. To be fair, that team was so annoying to play against, especially with 0 peel on your side. And Rita GG, really looking out for her boyfriend there. Fashi's saying, my 80 carry.
who do you think was MVP that game?
Who do I think was MVP? I gotta say Tom Kench. I mean, if you look at the damage, he did more than their Caitlyn. He was an absolute monster. Wow, master of the river control. And although Lutano did make a lot of things work, he just didn't have the teamfight presence that Tom Kench did. And even if Lutano can split push, you still need decent wave clear disengage on the rest of your team if you want to make a split push work. And with the singed, that doesn't really provide you much pressure because he was so far behind. They weren't really in the best spot to win.
Yeah, I think the blue team had a lot of assassination potential. I mean, TF could 1v1 pretty much everyone except for the Nautilus towards the end, and probably Tom Kench because of all the health. But LeBlanc could just, go in and do LeBlanc things, and their carries would be dead if it was a 1v1. But on top of that, Sivir didn't have any damage really until the end. And at that, it still wasn't very much. An Infinity Edge, Static Shiv, and Last Whisper. And Singed wasn't even in any of the fights. He'd come in for a little bit and then would be like, no. And then he would just leave. So I think Red Team had awesome team fights. And though they seem scattered and everywhere, if they're causing all those flashes, I mean, that's even better for them. But
yeah, I also think that blue team didn't really itemize the best. You saw Kennen go for a very early Rylai's instead of the Zanyas, and he'd be playing super aggressively, which is okay. to try to engage like that. But if you want to do that, you should rush the Zanyas, especially with the extra gold. He also never really built a sight stone, but it's an in-house, so I'll give him a little slack for that. You want to get more kills.
He upgraded his yellow.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, I mean, only 2 people in the game on the blue side really upgraded their trinkets. So Singed, Twisted Fate, and Sivir a little bit. They don't really need vision. I mean, you have the Twisted Fate ultimate. You don't need to actually know where the enemy is at any given point in time. But yeah, also the Infinity Edge, I don't know if I'm really sold on it because you don't have any critical strike chance. And Singed, I mean, also the LeBlanc, we talked about how she went full damage early on, but she was getting absolutely blown up in every fight from the ability power coming out. So I think going for the Athens into an Abyssal might have been a little bit better for her.
Yeah, even with her appearing, disappearing, the second, if you get hit in that split second with any form of CC, like how I said before, you're done. So she just got obliterated the second anything hit her.
Yeah, but anyways, that I think that does it for that game.
Mm-hmm.
I do also want to give a shout out to Rita. She was asking if she redeemed herself, and holy moly, she definitely did. I don't know if it's just that relationship synergy, but she was hitting Zach all day, every day.
Maybe some pent-up frustrations inspiring her. I mean,
yeah,
I know when I target my friends, I go at it like 3,000% more.
Oh my gosh, what is this? Sorry, Zach linked me this weird video. He actually linked me too, but it, oh
no.
Okay, well, Rita really wanted to keep Zach in bindings apparently tonight, but alright.
What is this?
Shh, don't worry about it. I do believe that's the last in-house.
Yep, that's the last for tonight.
Alright, guys. Yeah. It was pretty fun casting with you, Dahrae.
Thank you, it's been fun.
Alright, that will do it for us. See you guys next week for some more awesome in-houses.
Yep, see ya.